3 years ago, if someone asked you to build the perfect creator setup, the answer was pretty straightforward. You carried multiple devices: a pocket camera for smooth handheld footage, a drone for cinematic aerial shots, maybe an action camera for everything else, and before you knew it, your backpack was full of batteries, chargers, memory cards, and accessories. That was simply the reality of creating content. Every camera had one job, and if you wanted every perspective, you carried every device. But over the last couple of years, something very interesting has happened. DJI released two products that quietly changed how creators think about filming. The first was the Pocket series, and more recently the Pocket 4 and Pocket 4P, which showed that creators still wanted dedicated handheld cameras if they were compact, stabilized, and always ready to shoot. Then came the Neo 2, which completely changed how many people viewed drones. Instead of feeling like complicated flying machines, they became casual cameras that happened to fly. You could pull it out, launch it from your hand, capture a shot, land it, and continue your day. The biggest innovation wasn't the camera itself. It was the reduction of friction between seeing a moment and capturing it. And I don't think DJI even realized what they had done, because now the entire industry seems to be taking notes. First, Insta360 entered the pocket camera market with the Luna series, while rumors and patent leaks suggested they were also working on a compact Neo-style drone. Then, almost unexpectedly, HOVERAir unveiled something completely different. Not another drone, not another pocket camera. Instead, they unveiled VERSA, a handheld camera that transforms into a flying camera simply by attaching it to a lightweight flight module. It's a concept that almost sounds too simple when you first hear it. A pocket camera on the ground, a Neo-style flying camera in the air, one camera, two completely different jobs. At first, I thought this was just another interesting gadget announcement, but after reading hundreds of your comments, I realized something. Most of you weren't debating whether this product looked cool. Most of you were asking a much more important question. Can one product actually replace two dedicated products? Or is this just another compromise that sounds better on paper than it works in real life? And honestly, I think that's exactly the conversation we should be having. Before we go any further, I also want to give HOVERAir credit because this is something many of you pointed out. HOVERAir, or more accurately 00 Robotics, didn't suddenly appear because DJI launched the Neo. They've been building autonomous flying cameras for years. The original Hover Camera Passport, followed by the X1, X1 Pro, and X1 Pro Max, all focused on making flying cameras easier for ordinary people. So VERSA isn't copying the Neo. It's actually the next step in a philosophy they've been developing for nearly a decade. The difference is that now they're trying to merge that philosophy with a handheld creator camera. And that's what makes this announcement different from anything we've seen before, because I don't think HOVERAir is trying to compete with the Pocket 4. I don't think they're trying to compete with the Neo 2 either. I think they're trying to compete with your camera bag. Think about it for a second. Most creators don't wake up in the morning hoping to buy another gadget. They want to carry less equipment without losing creative flexibility. That's the real problem. Every extra device means another battery, another charger, another case, another cable, and more weight on your shoulders. So HOVERAir isn't asking, can we make a better drone? They're asking something much more interesting. Can we remove one product from your backpack altogether? That's a completely different strategy. According to HOVERAir, VERSA works as a 3-axis mechanical gimbal camera when you're filming on the ground. Then, by attaching it to the flight module, it becomes an autonomous flying camera capable of launching without a controller, tracking subjects, and performing multiple intelligent flight modes. If it works as advertised, you could literally be walking through a city filming handheld footage, clip the same camera into the wings, launch it for an aerial follow shot, land it, remove the camera, and continue filming, all without changing devices. That's a workflow we've never really seen before. But here's where things become really interesting. Every hybrid product in history has faced exactly the same challenge: compromise. A dedicated pocket camera is designed for one purpose. Every engineering decision revolves around handheld filming. Battery life, ergonomics, cooling, stabilization, controls, they all support that one job. A Neo is completely different. Everything revolves around safe autonomous flight, lightweight construction, protected propellers, efficient motors, flight time, tracking. Again, every engineering decision supports one purpose: Now imagine trying to combine those two products into one. Immediately you begin creating engineering conflicts. Should the battery prioritize long handheld recording or lightweight flight? How strong does the connection between the camera and the flight module need to be after hundreds or even thousands of attachments? Can one cooling system handle both continuous recording and aerial operation? Can you keep the drone light enough while also making the handheld camera feel premium? These aren't criticisms, they're simply the questions HOVERair now has to answer. And after reading your comments, it's obvious many of you are thinking about exactly the same issues. The single biggest topic wasn't image quality, it wasn't frame rate, it wasn't even price, it was battery life. So many of you pointed out that combining a pocket camera and a flying camera could easily create battery compromises. Some suggested interchangeable batteries. Others wanted the flight module to contain its own battery so the camera could retain its full handheld recording time. A few even suggested turning the flight module into a charging dock for the camera itself. Honestly, those are brilliant ideas because they show people are already thinking beyond this first generation of the product. You're not just evaluating Versa, you're imagining what Versa 2 could eventually become. Another interesting theme I noticed was that many of you weren't asking HOVERair to beat DJI. Instead, you were asking whether this could become another option. That's an important distinction because competition is ultimately what drives innovation. The Pocket category became more interesting once Insta360 entered the conversation. The Neo category became more interesting once companies started exploring alternatives. And now HOVERair is introducing a completely different approach altogether. Even if you never buy one, products like this push the entire industry forward. Which brings me back to DJI. A lot of people immediately ask whether DJI should respond. Personally, I don't think DJI needs to panic tomorrow morning. They already have an incredibly mature ecosystem with dedicated products that each do their jobs extremely well. Pocket 4, Pocket 4P, Neo 2, Flip, Mini, Air, Mavic, Avata, every product has a clear place in the lineup. But what HOVERair has done is introduce a completely different question. What if the next generation of creators simply doesn't want to carry that many devices anymore? That's a question every camera company should probably be thinking about. Because 5 years ago, companies competed by making slightly better cameras. Today, I think they're starting to compete by reducing how much equipment creators actually need. And personally, I think that's a much more exciting direction. Now, whether Versa succeeds is another matter entirely. We still don't know enough about image quality, battery life, weight, pricing, long-term durability, or whether it can genuinely replace two dedicated products rather than simply being average at both. Those answers will only come after people start using it in the real world. But even if Versa itself doesn't become a massive success, I think the idea behind it already has. Because I honestly don't believe this will be the last product like this. I think over the next few years we're going to see more modular creator cameras, more hybrid devices, and more companies asking the same question HOVERair is asking today. How do we help creators carry less while still creating more? And if that happens, we may eventually look back at products like the Pocket series, the Neo, and now Versa as the beginning of an entirely new category rather than three separate products. Now I'd really like to hear what you think, because after reading all your comments on the last video, I know this community has some incredibly thoughtful ideas. Imagine you're traveling for 2 weeks and you deliberately want to pack as light as possible. Would you rather take a dedicated Pocket 4 and Neo 2 because each does its job exceptionally well? Or would you happily accept a few compromises if one modular camera could do 90% of both? I genuinely think the answer to that question will tell us exactly where creator cameras are heading over the next 5 years.